Have you ever felt small against something powerful? This is the story of a farmer who faced a king, not with strength, but with something we all have, yet often forget: wisdom. Once upon a time, in a peaceful village surrounded by green fields and tall hills, lived an old farmer named Hariram. He had no wealth, no army, and no powerful friends, but he had something much greater: wisdom. People came from nearby villages to seek his advice, and he always helped them with calm words and clever solutions. Not far from his village, across the hills, lived a cruel and powerful king. His name was King Virat. He was known for conquering peaceful lands and using force to take whatever he wanted: gold, land, animals, even people. One day, a soldier brought news to the king. "Your Majesty, there's a village beyond the hills with the most fertile land and healthy cows, but they are ruled by an old farmer who refuses to pay taxes or give you anything." The king's face darkened. "An old farmer dares to defy me? I'll crush him." The next day, King Virat rode into the village with hundreds of soldiers. The villagers were terrified. They ran to Hariram's house. "Please do something, wise one. He will take everything." Hariram simply nodded. "Don't worry. Let him come." Soon, the king stopped outside Hariram's small hut. "You must be the wise farmer," he said with a smirk. "You think you're above the king?" Hariram smiled calmly. "Not above, Your Majesty, just standing firm." The king laughed. "You have no army, no weapons. How will you stand firm? I demand 100 cows and 20 sacks of grain today." Hariram replied, "I have neither, but I have something better to offer: a challenge." The king raised an eyebrow. "A challenge?" "Yes," said Hariram. "If I win, you leave my village and never return. If you win, you may take everything." The king laughed louder. "I accept. What's the challenge?" Hariram said, "We will each try to move this giant rock at the village gate, not by lifting, but by wisdom. Whoever moves it without using strength wins." The king ordered his strongest soldiers. "Move it!" he shouted. They pushed, pulled, and even tried tying horses to it, but the rock didn't move an inch. The king, growing impatient, looked at Hariram. "Your turn." Hariram nodded. He walked over to a group of village children. He whispered something to them. They laughed and ran to the rock. One by one, the children began digging small holes in the earth around the rock, smiling and working quickly. After some time, they poured water into the holes. Then Hariram called the villagers to roll wet logs under the rock and placed round stones beneath it. With a simple push, the rock rolled away smoothly. The crowd gasped. Even the king stood speechless. Hariram bowed. "With wisdom, even the biggest problem can be moved." The king, feeling insulted, growled, "That was luck. One more challenge. If you win again, I'll go." Hariram agreed. "Very well. Let's see who can make the village children cry without touching or scolding them." The king stepped forward and shouted, "If you don't cry, I'll take away your food and toys." The children laughed. They knew he couldn't touch them. No one cried. Then Hariram walked over and sat down silently. He pulled out a small flute and began to play a slow, sad tune. As he played, his eyes filled with tears, and his face looked tired, like an old man remembering lost loved ones. Slowly, the children gathered around. The music touched their hearts. One by one, they began to cry quietly, not from fear, but from emotion. Even the soldiers looked away, eyes wet. The king was stunned. King Virat stepped down from his horse and looked at Hariram. "You are truly wise," he said quietly. "I came with strength, but I leave with respect." Hariram smiled. "Your Majesty, strength can win battles, but wisdom wins hearts." The king nodded. "From now on, your village shall be free from taxes. In fact, I would like you to visit my court and teach my ministers, and me." Hariram agreed. From that day, the king changed. He became fair and kind, learning from the very man he once tried to crush. Wisdom is the greatest strength of all. It can move mountains, soften hearts, and protect the weak. Where power fails, cleverness succeeds. True strength doesn't come from power. It comes from wisdom. Even the smallest voice can silence the loudest ego. You don't need riches to make a difference, just a clear mind. Calmness in chaos is the real superpower. One clever idea can defeat 1,000 swords. Respect is earned not by force, but by actions that touch hearts. Real leaders inspire change, not fear. When you stay grounded, even storms can't shake you. Challenges are not always won with strength, but with smart thinking. The world remembers those who solve problems, not those who create them.